Good morning, how are you? So, my video from last week about stuff going on at school and standing up for our kids had a few people getting in touch, and I think it was Monday, I actually had a mum at school saying, oh my god, watch your video, I had exactly the same thing, just like you, felt that I avoid conflict at all costs, but I needed to stand up for my kid. She said this to me, I literally went to the local cafe and cried with my sister for about 2 hours to get the emotions out before going into this meeting to talk about it, because she said, just like you, I didn't want my emotions to take over. And I just found that really interesting, especially too, since the week before my good friend Karen said to me, why can't I let my boys see me cry? And I was like, holy shit, why have we got to this stage where we feel like we can't get emotional about things, that everything needs to be coming from a place of facts or whatever, but the fact that I myself and my friend felt like we had to get the emotions out before we could even approach the subject just seems really fucked up to me. And so it just made me question, like, how can we teach our kids that it's actually okay to get emotional around other people, especially when we struggle with it ourselves? And so my friend Karen also said to me, like, stop feeling like you need to be so bloody strong for your boys all the time, because if you're continuously being strong and hiding these emotions and not showing them your tears, then they're going to think that they have to be strong all the time too. So I guess for me, I kind of thought, okay, maybe when I'm really feeling things, like I'm trying to teach them how to feel things, that I should actually show them. So for example, this is kind of a funny story. We were in the Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago and we're at SeaWorld and we were watching the dolphin show. I have no idea, but I started bawling. I think that Phil doesn't even know this. I had my sunglasses on, but I was crying and I literally was just going, I don't know, to myself, like I didn't even know why I was crying. It was like this bloomin' dolphin show. Anyway, some symbols have kind of come up for me lately that have kind of explained it, but I literally hid myself from my boys. And my friend Karen said to me, why couldn't you show your boys that you were crying? And I said, I think one of the biggest things is because I didn't understand it myself. And now just looking back going, well, fuck. Isn't this what I want to be teaching my boys? That just because we can't explain the emotions or the feelings doesn't mean that we should bury them or not show other people that we're feeling these things. So yeah, after that video last week where I was saying to you to question things, I'm questioning this in society as to why we can't let our emotions get involved. And I think that we need to change that it's actually going to benefit all of us if we start bringing emotions and feelings into things. And so it's quite interesting too, and I really think it's important that we start showing our little people this. So as you know, Mitch, he feels things quite intensely, my dear wee little boy. And just yesterday, we were struggling with school drop-off after everything that's been happening. I think he just doesn't want to go to school, which I totally understand, this energy around the stuff that's been going on. Anyway, so he would not let me go yesterday, and all his little friends were really cute, but the question they were asking me was, what's wrong with Mitch? Now, isn't this intriguing? Because why do little people think that by showing emotions that there's something wrong? So my response was, there's nothing wrong with Mitch. He's just like feeling really big feelings at the moment. So yes, I kind of feel that we really need to teach our little people to watch the way they ask things or talk about things. It was really sweet though, like one of the little girls went and got Mitch a teddy bear and they had this little hug box and what have you. They couldn't understand why those things weren't making Mitch feel better. But yeah, it's kind of, I think too, while we need to show our kids our emotions and our feelings, but also to really supporting them when they're feeling these things in a public space, that it's actually okay. It's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to not know why you're crying and why you're upset. And some of the things that I say, especially to Mitch, well, actually both boys. Nate's been feeling some heavy stuff lately too, and some of the things I found these really cool guides. But one thing I always say is that, especially for Mitch, he just wants everyone to leave him alone. So I just kind of say, cool, I'm here for you when you're ready. I'll just be like sitting at the door, or I'll be in the lounge. Come and find me when you're ready. So yeah, I think just really listening to our kids and saying, I hear you, really supporting them where they're feeling their feelings in a public space. And I think as an adult too, I think I invite us all to like not apologize if we cry in front of our friends or we get emotional about things. Like, we shouldn't feel sorry for feeling feelings. And also too, just, I think, just become conscious and aware of society today and how we view kind of emotions and feelings or crying as a sign of weakness. And let's just challenge the status quo on that stuff. We shouldn't be embarrassed to get emotional or to feel feelings, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I would love to hear from you. If you have any advice on how we can kind of teach our kids or just change the way we view emotions and feelings in like that public arena, totally open to your advice and feedback on that. I think those are the things that I'm going to do for myself and my kids, is show my feelings and emotions. If I'm crying, I'm going to show them, even if I don't understand it myself. Really support them in feeling their feelings in a public space. And I think too, just being really conscious when there's conflict or something in my life or things going on, that it's actually okay to show people the emotions and feelings side, that it doesn't always need to be from this whole masculine energy. So yeah, I invite you to do the same. But we'd love to hear from you if you've got any feedback on that. Anyway, have a great Tuesday, and I'll catch you real soon. Bye.